Okay, here we go. Some of you all asked me how I set my shop up to do this big project, and I figure a video is the best way to show you. Here's the shop. I set up the carport for production. I got lucky. I went to Goodwill and I found these 2 banquet tables, $10 a piece. So I'm using those for production, for doing staining work, ideas. It's just extra space that I need. I moved my table saw and my chop saw out here just to keep all the dust from inside. It's a lot of production work that's got to be done. I moved my router table out here. I'm using it to round over the necks. Here's the next batch of necks. Here's the first batch that will be delivered on Monday. The job is 70 guitars. I did these in 2 weeks. I've got 2 weeks to do 35 more. Let's get some close-ups. There's some cool stuff here. I love the challenge, the creative challenge. It's 24/7, but gotta love it. Okay, let's fast forward. Into the shop. Here's where it all gets done. This is the traffic and the shipping department. Parts department. We've got Ben Prestige on the jukebox. Here's my main bench. It's a mess. If you know me, I'm usually not messy. I try to clean up after myself and every morning wake up with a clean shop. But this job is 24/7, so there are days that I don't. Clamps? Can't have too many clamps. This is the area where the table saw, the chop saw, and the router table were. I cleared it for production. These are the tools that I cannot live without. The drill press, bandsaw. I've got 2 belt sanders, one with fine, one with coarse. I do some other sanding here. If you don't have a palm sander or a finger sander, well, you don't know what you're missing. I got storage under here, more storage. This is the storage for all the parts that I use to make my production pickups. More bench space. This is where the tools are. And lately, this is where I just piled up some of the projects that are in progress that have to be put aside until I finish this big project that I'm working on. Here's the area where my apprentice works. I have a distributor. I sell some items wholesale, and when I get an order, I call him in, and he gives me a hand with that. This is where I spend way too much time. It's my electronic station, my pickup winder, soldering station, all of that. Here's the photo studio. This is a table that I just set up. I got a 4x8 piece of this press board, and here's some of the boxes I'll be using on this new project. The great outdoors. I don't see much of that lately. If this was a Star Trek episode, you would have heard zzz, and that door would have opened. Here's the bridge. This is the office. Here's some of my personal guitars. This is my main player. And it's napping where I usually take a nap. Computer, TV, storage, little kitchenette. Some of my more personal guitars. A lot of these are prototypes, failures, ideas in progress. This is the shop warming gift that Randy made for me. One of my most prized possessions. I guess that concludes our tour. This is a portal to the real world. One of these days, I may just step out into it.